By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of the UX design process and the responsibilities of a UX designer. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chili and I'm a senior UX UI product designer based in London. Thank you so much for all the support and your lovely comments on my previous videos. Make sure you're subscribed so you're notified when I release more videos. If you feel like the UX design process is complex to understand, you are not alone. That is because it's not always linear, and sometimes you have to go back and forth between steps. It takes a lot of experience to feel like you know what you're doing. So my advice to those learning is not to overwhelm yourself with information. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Use this video as a learning roadmap. I'd say spend about a week on each UX principle to make sure you gain a deep understanding of it. Before we get into the UX design process, it's very important for you to understand why companies hire UX designers. A business's main goal is to make money, and they want to continuously increase those profits. In simple terms, a business makes money from its customers, and they can increase those profits in a number of ways. Sell more of their products or services. That's why they're always trying to get you to add more to your cart when you're online shopping. Create new products or services to sell. Businesses have to continuously be innovative to get customers to come back and to get new customers. Or they can reduce their operational cost, like when online stores allow you to combine returns from different packages into one package. That saves them on postage if the returns are free. And this is where UX designers come in. For example, for online shopping, relevant matching products are shown to create an outfit, or they provide alternatives when the item you're looking for is out of stock. And with this, you will do user research to understand problems that customers are facing and what gaps there are in the market for a new product. In the example of the return package, the UX designer has to make sure that this is clearly communicated to the user and they are easily guided on how to make one return package. So, a UX designer's role is to help businesses solve problems and reach goals by solving customer needs. This is what a UX design process looks like. There are 6 key stages in the process. Empathize, which I refer to as discover, define, ideate, prototype, test, and implement. As you can see, it is not linear. There's the arrows pointing to go back between stages. Stage 1, discover. Identify the problem. What problems are the business trying to solve? The business will usually give you a brief or problem areas to focus on. It's your job to find the root cause of these problems. Do this using user research and data. Gather data from your business analytics to validate the problem areas and measure metrics. You will then map out user flow or a sitemap to evaluate and understand your current existing product or website. You will then do some competitor analysis to see what similar businesses are doing and how they're solving these problems. Next, you will conduct user research to gain a good understanding of customer behavior. There are 2 types of research methods, qualitative and quantitative. Qualitative is user interviews and usability tests. Quantitative is surveys and card sorting activities. From the user research you've done, you will then create personas, an empathy map, and a journey map. I'll be doing a video soon on creating good personas, so make sure you're subscribed to be notified. Stage 2, define. Being able to define a problem well will make you a great UX designer. It's about making sure you focus on the right problem. At this point, you should have a good idea of the problem areas and user behavior. You will need to define the exact problem you'll be focusing on using the 5 why methods. This is usually done in collaboration with your product manager. Once you feel like you've reached the root of the problem, you can then create user stories and how might we statements. These will help to ensure that the ideas you generate are focused on delivering solutions for the right problem. Stage 3, ideate. Now for the most exciting step. You can finally start generating ideas. You can do this by sketching and doing sketching activities like Crazy 8 or storyboarding. It's great to do this as a whole team to get a variety of ideas. Next, you will narrow down your ideas and wireframe the ideas you want to carry forward. Stage 4, prototype. This is where you make your designs interactive to bring the ideas to life. The designs should be higher fidelity than your wireframes with color and image, but not perfect yet, just good enough to test. Stage 5, testing. Next, you have to conduct usability testing to make sure your designs and solutions are understood by users. I have a video on usability testing, which I will link at the end of this video and in the description below. If you're unsure between 2 design solutions, you can A/B test them. Treat this like a science experiment. Formulate a hypothesis focusing on the root cause of the problem. A hypothesis can look like, by changing X, this will cause users to X, which will result in us reaching X goal. If the designs weren't successful during testing, you need to go back to the ideating stage and then test the new designs again. Once you have a successful usability test, you then move to the implementation stage. Stage 6, implement. This is where you produce pixel-perfect designs and hand them over to engineers, where you will adhere to your business brand guidelines and make sure that you're using the right components from the design system. Before the final design stage, you will have had conversations with your engineer to make sure that the designs are technically feasible to build. You will then create a handover document for your engineers documenting all the different interactions of your designs. Once the designs have been implemented and the project has been launched, this is not where your project ends. You have to analyze how well the designs performed in the real world. You do this using data from your analytics, and you can get user feedback through surveys and interviews. You want to see if the main problem was solved. If it was not successful, then you go back a few steps and you see where you can improve. And if it was successful, then that is the end of your project. I have covered a lot of information in this video. If you have found it useful, please help me by clicking the like button. And as I mentioned before, take your time when you are learning to gain a deep understanding on each UX principle. Use this video as a learning roadmap. If you were to spend a week on each principle, you could learn the entire UX process in around 4 months. You can then create case studies and build a portfolio. I'll be creating videos covering each UX principle in the future, so make sure you're subscribed for that. I am still doing my giveaway. I had a one-to-one meeting with last week's winner where we discussed her portfolio. I'll be picking one person randomly each week for the next few weeks. All you have to do is subscribe to my mailing list and engage in any of the social platforms. So like, comment, subscribe on any social platform. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.